The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. The saloon car. Whoa, look at this place. Amy? Amy, are you here? I've looked around, I don't see her. I think Amy's already gone on ahead. It seems she's already really excited. Did you need something from me? Yeah, just a question really. How do I put this? What if Sonic's actually hurt? Ah, he's laughing. The Sonic doesn't actually go down so easily. He's in a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. We're just all really committed to the mystery for Amy. You have nothing to worry about, I promise. Plus, Sonic likes to nap in a lot of strange spots. He's fine. It's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the mystery game, or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. If you don't mind, is it cool if I tag along? Of course. I'm not sure if I ever need a snack. You've got me. Fair. As I said, best detectives have sidekicks, so I'm happy to see ya. If you ever catch me looking glum though, just know it's because where my lord says it says. The last guy to work with a case with me ditched me to practice droid the Dr. Evil Eggman, so not a paper detective without baggage. This is true. Ye varmints, what are you doing here in my saloon? He's trying hard to stay in character. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can see that. It moseyed through and told me all about it. Enough of that. Wonder how long he kept that voice up for Amy. We were wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything help establish your alibi? Nope, have nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. He's obviously agitated about something, but why take it out on us? I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. We need to figure out what Knuckles is up to while we were all apart. Let's investigate clues and then interrogate. Let's do it! Well, the machine is busted. Clearly we won't be able to give a game of Super Monkey Ball a try. Do we think it broke when the train sped up? Did the damages look to be more caused from punches? Who could have done that? What are you two looking at me for? Smashed arcade is added to the inventory. Alright, the trash. Something's always hidden in the trash. Nope, this one's empty as well. Well, as it always says, there's another man's trash, another man's treasure. He's ignoring me now. What's in the food? The bowl of assorted nuts, the classic saloon snack. Kinda bland. Seems someone licked all the salt off of them. Ew, gross. Maybe they're just unsalted. Okay, we got glasses. This is interesting. What is it? Just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty? This one has lipstick on the rim. That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone must have been here. We should log this. Used cups are added to the inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what happened. The robotic arms are here really helpful. What's the arm doing in my hair? Fix it up a bit. That's incredible. What an interesting tech. Uh-oh, I should fear for my job a little bit. How well can I use the microwave? Alright, Knuckles, what you got? I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat? Knuckles, you're blushing? I said leave me alone. It doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we can see it better? I said leave. Alright, let's interrogate. Or to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you, buzz off, you're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? We have evidence too. We do? Just take a good look at our inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? He was punching this thing. The arcade machine? Ha! What makes you think I touched it? Because you were playing the game. And then you got mad because you suck. Oh my word. Oh my word. Well, see, you have no argument here. You're weak. Ouch, let's follow the train of thought again, shall we? Yeah, because this one's actually kind of hard. All right, here we go. It's escalated. Oh, yeah, baby. This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the arcade machine because... What evidence do you have that damages their punches? What are you staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I need a punching bag and none were available to me. Just a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you? I'm on it. Distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on. Oh! Alright. We're thinking. We're thinking. We're thinking. We're thinking. We're thinking. Oh my... Jeez! Ah, so close. Ah, haha. Tails, get away from the arcade cabinet. Try again. We gotta get the ball fixed. All right, let's go. Ah! Jump! Jump! Second try, baby. Let's go. The arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the scores. Quick, don't look at the scores. I'm pulling it up. What does this tell us? Nothing, obviously. It tells us something massive. Look at the name at the top of the list. It's Vector. Suppose he's to be in the library car. The picture is beginning to be pointed out here. You competed with Vector to see who could get to the highest score. And Vector beat you. And in frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. He's punching the air in frustration. You're guessing where your proof is. Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here. Now. Okay, we'll do it. You have nothing. Quick, try it again. I'm going to. Up, keep. Up. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is actually kind of difficult. We can do it. We can do it. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh, maybe we can't do it. I'm trying. I'm trying. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Now, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? A lipstick? No, I thought it was strange that there was more than one cup sitting next to you. While you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery for games, for Amy's murder, you were Vector, enjoyed some drinks, playing arcade. Yes, it is me. I'm not like, it's not like I wasn't. Don't tell Amy. I think we're on the right track here. As you say, Vector popped at the top of the hour wanting to play the arcade mystery with me. We went back and forth trying to figure out the game, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof he was win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in. Honest, I didn't want to be caught, and that's my story and alibi, and I've already told the abridged version of this to Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that explains one of the used cups, but who was the cup with the lipstick mark? Rogue was in here too. Oh, it's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of our game, and left. Obnoxious, that one. But if you offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she shut up, and I told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Were you two relent? Not understanding. Vector visited to play games, Rogue couldn't find something and left, and then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so much of our questions. Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? Ooh. I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name that high scores list doesn't make sense. Can you take a look at it one more time? An odd name on the high scores list? What is Tails talking about? Ultim, because everything else is food. All the other names have food theme, but this one, who here goes by Ultim? You may not know Jack, but there's someone here that goes by that title. The ultimate life form. Shadow. Nothing sneaks by you, does it, bud? And Vector and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too. He taught us the game was fun at first, but to get his name on the scoreboard, Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. They're both very annoying. You all immediately had to compete, huh? He gave me this before he left. The key! Shadow told me to lock the door and not open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him, saw no one out. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him, saw no one else after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key too. That's right, the conductor gave her a special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened to the library that caused Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors, and why was Rogue searching for something? I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked with that cowboy accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected yet, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough. Library's next car. I'll open it for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me. Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Jack. Let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving the chili dogs. Let's go. All right. Ready to mosey down to the next car? Let's go. Onwards. Onwards and upwards, baby. Library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump whatever I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Alrighty, before you go, SBO and I wanted to give you our presents. Presents. You're both too sweet. Thank you. Seems that we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Oh, the detective pair need help from the birthday girl? She knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. How are you gonna leave? The door next to you is locked. Oh, you about the birthday girl? Oh, she got the birthday key. Master key, right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer, and I'm, just making sure things go well. Things aren't going great. I'm sure if you've forgotten, there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides murder, my social skills are non-existent. I'm Vector the Butcher, and I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio the Poet. Poetry, a resonant message for the poet reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring, can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee, do 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 do. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Jack and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy left the dining car? Oh, sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. Okay. When we were all sent off, Rogue, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me the SBO to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Okay, that kind of lines up a little bit. Yep. Where was Rogue? We'd happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rogue came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search on the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout "No way" at the top of the brochure, stand over there. But then she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rogue left, Shadow walked to the casino car, entered the library car, locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked to the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. So he came, he went boop, 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 boop. I guess we walked through the library car to the casino car and locked the door behind him. Then he returned to the lounge car when he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized the Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the book shelving following on us, but we got through it all right. We set a trap here until Amy arrived, asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seemed Vector and SBO couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you so much for your cooperation. We're just going to peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks guys. Their alibis seem solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if SBO was actually in the library car reading all tasks. But we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this. Absolutely. Okay. Large text below reads, hang in there. Wow, I really need to see this. This little Cho's hanging, refusing his wings to fly, safety, because he's choosing the hard way, often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. He can stick to his principles and find the strength. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster, right? Oh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants, and oh. Look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good old overhead map. Let's take it. All right. We should take this brochure about the cave too. Looks like there's stalactites. Nah, I'll leave it. Okay, that's fair. All right. Let's check the trash can. Nothing here. Really thought there'd be something. Nope. Yep. Pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was supposed to be a compliment. Nope. There's never anything in that. Wish you could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. Threw all the books excitedly. He's a little kid in the candy shop. A genius. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor, everything, but every book on these shelves is alphabetical order, but this one. The Mirage Express Manual. It's the user guide. The train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it's interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express Manual is added to your inventory. Okay. Interesting. There's books on the ground. So many books on the ground. I wish I had time to pick them all. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the trade speeding up, but Rogue pulled a lot of these out searching for something. Brought reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. Alright. The globe. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun, but I like to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful shops and people. The food can't be beat either. Sounds like a perfect vacation the conductor was talking about. I haven't actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. I'd tell you everything and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Oh, poor thing. That arm's really struggling to clean up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Okay. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man authenticity. Not a knife, I'm just a chef in ketchup, stained upon apron. If you had a knife with you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. What if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Alright, let's start the interrogation. I don't think we have enough evidence in it, but I'll look around more first. Okay. What's the bright red book? Oh, this reeks of the evil Dr. Eggman. Yep, it's Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust anything written by him. Not even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Okay. Fancy a poem? Can I hear a poem about space? Can I go a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The windows in the shows in the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Oh, thanks. I really like that one, huh? I have a poem about this. Starved stomach babbled. Grumbling tummy for the eggs received from eggs are sunny. Oh wow, we don't deserve any eggs on the train. My talent is wasted on you lot. Shadow supposedly walked through the library for going to the saloon car. When suddenly Shadow left the library car, he locked the store on his way out. There's got to be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadows Locked is added to the inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and SBO to find out what really happened. Did you bring me the meat? Let's start the interrogation. So the two believe you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Jack and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games, and if SBO is really in the library. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present the evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining enough, it seems, and Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine, saloon car, so I figured I'd go try it out. Seems to line up with the information. Then that brings our attention to you. Rogue entered the library car, found something and left. You said immediately you started reading, but you were actually reading the entire time. Of course he was. Once SPO started reading, he doesn't stop until he's done. I've seen it happen. Must have been a good read. What was the book? Doesn't owe you that. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what the book might be. Could you help me out? He's reading this book. Manual? Think he was reading the manual? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh, we're gonna be thinking. Whoa! Go try this again. All right, do it again. Go, 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 go. Let's go. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but remaining books on the shelves are all in alphabetical order, all except the manual, meaning someone at the very least picked up the manual and put it back in the incorrect place. Lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you. Hey now, are you insulting my pal like this? Calm down. I know you mean well, but I can't handle myself. Apologies. That indeed is the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, would you like to ask you a few questions about the manual? If you don't mind. Could you also ask questions about the manual just to flip to the page and ask away? Alright, let's quiz him. Let's do page 97. What efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist with keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During the events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up the trash and messes afterwards. Remember the conductor saying a train could clean itself, although I have a feeling the train company didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms also can detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SPO aced that question. Hit him another one. Let's go 231. Cancellation policy. No refunds and you'll be charged with a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Last one. Let's see if you can go for 3. What was implemented to support the conductor duties at ease of general obligations? An intelligent data processing system that worked in tandem with the conductor to ensure the smooth travel for desks. I remember this. The train has an autopilot that can access the full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A pro's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual, and those answers feel too suspect to be any guesses. You both had the nerve to question my little buddy like that? Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? I have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder has occurred is a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all the questions, so that's impressive. No, I understand everyone's so cautious. Vector is only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read the manual, so I suppose we'll move on. Is that true? Vector was the only one seeing you reading? That's correct. I don't believe that can be true, and we have any evidence to back it up. Alright, he always puts me on the spot. What do we do? So he would have had to see The reading. Shadow's locked, please. We're up. Let's get our argument together. Well, it's because Shadow had to come through to see SBO reading. It's the only logical solution. Shadow walked through the library to get to the saloon car, and where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but he ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score. Crocs are natural gamers. SBO saw the Shadow in the library card, but he mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. So when Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SBO was fully seated reading a book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when they left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and SBO didn't notice one another on the Shadow's return trip. When it was a simple slip-up. It was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me that the sound of the doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, he's desperate. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment were you really in the library car at all? But how would SBO leave? Did a Shadow lock all the doors and no one saw SBO in the saloon car? It's a mystery, or love for SBO to solve. You gotta believe me, that's cool demeanor is vanishing. So I was involved with my book and didn't notice Shadow pass back to the library car. When Vector returned, he had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. I think I remember doing that. Must avenge my friend debt. So I'll ask you again. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. SBO was simply reading. He somehow vanished, not to notice Shadow's return to the library car. What should we do? No, I can't interrupt Tails when he's on something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning and... Please, protect the passengers in this train. They must be taken care of. Feel the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old feeble soul to get sued. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that came to answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and SB couldn't have seen one another? This one. Let's give my thoughts in order. Is it because of where he was sitting in the library? He wasn't able to see? Library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. It's a straight path. Shadow walked down the straight path. There's a way SB and Shadow couldn't have seen one each other. Looks like you have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where SB could have been for Shadow not to see him. Interesting, that's where I was sitting when I was reading my book. Can second this. When I returned to the moon car, SB was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and SB couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen SB and vice versa. Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. I'm glad you can believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but we have no further points. Thank you for both for answering our questions. Another pair of alibis is validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out. While I'm exhausted, I'm going to crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. We have plenty of questions for Rogue and especially Shadow. Seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open. That's our cue to leave. Let's go. Let's go. Keep my poetry sharp for you. Murderer is on the loose while the doors keep getting locked. Tick, 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 tock, tock. Goes the clock while here is in the caboose. Right, feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing it. Let's see what's next. Let's get going. Mystery calls.